give you my heart.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is your girl Miki,
and this is Uslewa to hello back, yo. It's been a minute, but yeah, it's your last corner.
Yeah, so today we just have an interesting topic, I must say.
Yeah, it is an interesting topic.
It is an interesting topic. So today is Funukulmagama deal breakers in a relationship.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna say our thoughts, and then you guys can add if there's anything that we've missed. So you just comment on the comment section.
Yeah, but for to Injala. So Mina personally, I think if first deal breaker would be abusive relationship.
Yeah.
That for me, guys,
and it's very important, guys. Being abusive in a relationship, it can be physical, it can be emotional, mentally. It's not healthy because
it's a total no-no.
It's a total no-no.
So for me, I survive. If that's the case,
yeah.
So
to avoid that, it's good to always respect one another. True. I think, and to also treat another person the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Because isn't like maybe sometimes you're not even aware that you're doing them, but if you put yourself in that person's shoes, then you realize
yeah. So basically, it's respect referred to.
Good, consider one's feelings.
Yeah, consider one's feelings, and also I think, like you said, to let one know. It's basically communication.
Yeah. Good
communication, and yeah.
So I was also watching this other video, baby, and I was learning also, sometimes you can cause a physical pain to someone without being aware that you're doing so. Like, say for instance, okay, say now, I'm like shy or on your face, such behavior, that's abusive. Like,
no,
to
that
do
is that's very rude.
Yeah,
that is very rude. Well,
yeah, so
bet it's something that I personally would never tolerate.
Yeah.
Tolerate also. I wouldn't stay in a relationship like
that. Yeah.
So if it's anything to do with abuse,
yeah.
Because other people are like, no, it's their first time, and you'll never know.
Guys.
Maybe that would just be the start of an unending something.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you shouldn't even get to that point of hitting someone. You shouldn't.
And don't also stay in a situation where you're being hit and you tolerate such nonsense. No. It's a total no.
Okay, so what's another thing? I think also being unfaithful, cheating, guys.
Yeah.
It's a big problem. Cheat, guys. If you guys, like, what the hell?
Yeah, cheating, but for two, it is not right.
It's not right.
It also, Nakona, still, it's putting yourself in one shoes and say, if that were is to happen to you, how are you going to feel? Definitely not a good feeling. So yeah,
sometimes you get STDs, and then you come back and infect umuntu, guys. No, there's a lot going on. Rather, if you don't feel like if you feel like the relationship is not working, rather let go than to do such, because sometimes cheating can cause a lot of things. Trusty, it can cause it causes a lot of things, man.
Breaks trust.
So
and to rebuild that is not
it's not
an
easy.
mission.
Yeah, because all the time you will be like, hey, maybe this person is doing 1, 2, 3, even if they're not. So we am they're out nabanga, and when already like, hi, because this person has done it before, you're now thinking they're doing the same thing again. So cheating is also not on, guys. Let's not cheat.
Deal breaker. Okay, I don't know if when it's over but then I also think dirty fighting. When I mean dirty fighting is now when you get to maybe an argument, and then just because you want to hurt me, you say maybe you talk of a past that was never nice, like a bad one, and then you remind me of such.
Yeah, I get you. Like, let's say for instance, maybe in your previous relationship we got abuse, and I remind you, that's why they got shy.
Yes.
Such things, it's very hurtful.
No,
it's very hurtful. Yeah.
So that's emotional abuse. So that's also a deal breaker.
It is.
That is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, another thing that I also think is, like, let's say you have an issue, masakuma, about fights. When you're having an issue, attacking each other and not listening to what the other person is saying and
Yes.
understanding where they're coming from. Because sometimes we do that as people.
Yeah.
You find, because you want to be right. You're like, hi, I start attacking you and I don't want to listen to understand what you're saying. So it's also good to listen, guys. Listen to what the next person is saying so that you understand where they're coming from. So that if they are wrong, correct. So no, I don't mean it like that. This is how I mean it. So I think it's also important to just listen and not try to be right all the time. You can't always be right.
We call it listen to understand, not listen to just hear.
Yeah.
So listen to understand.
Yeah.
Sink it in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so another thing, it could be jealousy.
Yeah, jealousy, but jealousy, yeah, bora.
It depends what jealousy enjani phela ngithi.
No, there is that cool jealousy. I mean, you know, when you love someone, there is that thing you just wanna, but there is that jealousy now whereby you are out, a person, you come back, they want to see your phone, they want passwords.
Who are you? That's being insecure.
That's like, it's insecurities. That's a 10 off. A 10 off.
Yeah.
That one, no man. That clearly says a person has insecurities.
Yeah.
So a person needs to deal with their insecurities. Like jealousy sucks, guys.
And that's why we're saying Guti, like you were saying Guti, communication now is very important, because I feel like sometimes for someone to be insecure, maybe it's because of something they haven't dealt with.
Okay.
Like we were saying now, Anisha Beskulmangani, like fights and whatnot. Or Guti, now you want to check for your mood in it's because now maybe that person has cheated.
Okay.
And you start having like those things of okay, so communication I feel is very important, or understand that and know. Like if you understand what I'm saying.
So I'm trying to understand.
What I'm saying is sometimes for one to be insecure, sometimes there's a reason behind it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Sometimes a person can act insecure because of something they haven't dealt with in a relationship.
So does that now cause jealousy?
No, jealousy is a different thing. When you use the word term jealousy, that's a different thing.
Yeah, because I understand when a person then has, I'm talking about insecurities, and maybe yes, there is something.
And then sometimes
behind.
the insecurity you find Wuti, it's not you. Maybe let's say it's me. I've dated someone in the past who was not faithful and whatnot. Now I bring it to the new relationship. I'm starting to think it's okay. Everyone is like that. You understand? Sometimes people suffer for other people's mistakes. That's basically what I'm saying. Yeah,
I hear you, and I get that is now just
another point. Yeah,
but jealousy, guys, back to jealousy. Jealousy is something else. Jealousy is just it's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It can do a lot. It can even cause jealousy. Can also cause abuse in a relationship.
Yeah, it does. Then every time you also need to prove yourself. Who is that? Where were you? Things like that. You must explain yourself every time. And you need to remember one thing, babe, is that when you're in a relationship, you're still you, and you deserve your own right of freedom.
Yeah.
Same applies with me. So who you have friends, who you choose to be friends with, or who I choose, or who I like, whatever I decide to do, as long as good communication between the two of us is basically up to one, and they are free to do that.
Yeah.
So guys, jealousy, for me, jealousy is a turn off.
It's a turn off.
There is that jealousy. That is cool.
It's cute.
It's cute.
But now, sometimes it gets, if you're overdoing it, man, you would say,
Yeah.
Becomes a problem.
Yes, but
becomes an issue. Yeah, so those are the points that we thought of. So I don't know if there's anything else that you're thinking of.
At the moment, nothing, guys. So you guys can also maybe just add there are certain points that we never spoke about, and you guys can just.
I have another one.
Okay.
It's wanting different things in life.
Oh yes,
Wanting different things.
Sharing different values.
Yeah.
Sharing
and also okay, not everything is gonna be the same. We won't exactly want indefinite all the time, but there are things like whereby you're dreaming to have a house, you're dreaming to have a nice car, you're dreaming to have your own stuff, and only to find out the other person is just comfortable in not having
that's-
anything. Because sometimes even if you don't have anything, it's good to dream and say, this is where I see myself in the next, or this is what I want for myself, this is what I need, and act on that as well.
Basically having goals, having
goals, yeah.
Because I think when you don't share, I'd call it having different views, ne? Or values. So if you want to go to east and I want to go to west, definitely
problem.
we're not gonna work out because we both don't want the same thing. And it's at the end of the day, yes, they say opposite attracts, but it's not always. It's not always.
Yeah, depends on the situation.
Yeah, it will also come to maybe having different beliefs. If just ngabekisa guys, if you will then say believer, maybe Jesus, you're a Christian and I'm a Hindu, and we do things differently, chances are we will never work.
Yeah.
Because maybe mina my indlela zokwenza kwami will be very different from yours. And yeah, so
Mina personally, when it comes to like religion or beliefs, I don't really care what you believe in, as long as it works for you. You understand? Because we are all humans, same in lana,
Yeah.
and we are all different. So if you believe in a stone and I believe in a moon or tree or whatever, if it works for me and it works for you, then it's fine.
Personally, Minanje, having to be in a relationship with someone, there's certain people, my belief is, okay, when we're together, see two,
Yeah.
we know we want to go,
Exactly.
right? And then you'll find, and I'm not saying it's wrong because it's working for them, I'm not judging or anything, I'm just saying personally, Mina, I don't think I'd be in a relationship, or even maybe I would be in a relationship,
But for now,
it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
Having a person who says they would maybe say this thing of maybe you can I date you when we see each other.
Yeah.
One other thing. Saying, okay, fine, no, this is just my body. So who I sleep with doesn't matter. I don't think I'd date a person like that.
No,
No, but there are people who do that. Like seriously, there are people who would say no, and they're open about it, and it's fine because they're open about it and they love who they are, and it's good.
They
for
say
them.
like, okay,
A person who'd say who believes in nothing. I don't know what the word is, but it's not even polygamy, because polygamy is something else.
Yeah.
It's this thing of saying, okay, maybe people who just have open relationships.
And
That for me, a person who just believes, we live for today. That we just live for today. That is not me. That
is
we
not
like
me.
different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so there's just a lot.
Yeah, that's
But
many
it's very nice to have a person. Yes, we'll never be the same, and we're not gonna believe in everything the same.
Exactly, and we're not gonna agree on everything.
Yeah, we will not.
There are things that we disagree on.
Yes, and that is good because then you get to learn other things. Because sometimes Jamaba, like Ufagama Clippies, you're thinking, okay,
you never learn anything because everything that you know, you think
it's right.
enough.
Can't there is a lot to learn out there. Yeah, babe.
Yeah.
I think certain lamb, that's it.
Yeah.
But also coming to this value, I want to have a person that even if we may not believe in one thing, but at least 70% share something. Say share. Then the 30% it's okay, no man. But short rights,
That is true. That is very true. Yeah. So guys, if you have anything to add in the comment section, you can add anything. So
I'm afraid to. It was nice being with you guys. It's
Yeah.
been a minute, but we're back. This is Uslema.
and this is Miki.
Yo, girl, have a great one.
Bye.